Welcome to Newsline, your trusted source for global news, bringing clarity to the stories shaping our world. The German automotive giant Volkswagen is facing a severe crisis, prompting its largest shareholder, the holding company Porsche SE, to consider an unprecedented write-down of the value of its Volkswagen stake. The write-down could reach as much as 20 billion euros, making it one of the largest adjustments in the company's history. This decision follows a prolonged period of challenges for Volkswagen, including declining profitability, technical issues with its electric vehicles, and fierce competition from global rivals. German Volkswagen finds itself in an extraordinarily challenging situation. The automotive giant's management has previously announced plans for extensive cost-cutting measures, demands for reduced wages, stricter budgets, and the potential closure of factories in Germany, a historic step never taken before. These measures have sparked intense negotiations and warning strikes from the labor union IG Metall. One of the primary causes of Volkswagen's crisis is the increased competition, particularly from Chinese manufacturers, who have rapidly gained ground in the electric vehicle market. Argentina's President Javier Milei has officially obtained Italian citizenship. The announcement was made following a meeting in Italy between Milei and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni. By acquiring Italian citizenship, Milei strengthens his personal and political ties to Europe, potentially shaping future international collaborations. Milei is granted Italian citizenship due to his Italian heritage. Both his grandparents and his maternal grandmother were from Italy. As a result, the Argentine president will now hold dual citizenship. However, the announcement has sparked criticism from Italy's opposition, which has long campaigned to simplify the process for children born in Italy to obtain citizenship. Critics argue that the system is inconsistent, favoring individuals with ancestral ties to Italy rather than those who live and grow up in the country. South Korean President Yoon Suk-Yeol has been removed from office and will face impeachment after he recently and unexpectedly declared a brief military state of emergency. The National Assembly voted to remove him, a decision met with cheers from protesting crowds outside the Parliament building. A narrow majority of lawmakers voted to impeach the president, accusing him of effectively attempting a coup or rebellion. Today's decision is a major victory for the people, said Park Chan-dae, floor leader of the largest opposition party, the Democratic Party. Once Yoon Suk-Yeol is formally notified of the impeachment decision, he will be immediately suspended from office. Prime Minister Han Duck-soo will serve as acting president until the Constitutional Court delivers its final verdict on whether Yoon will be permanently removed. In a televised address, Yoon announced that he would accept stepping down, but stopped short of apologizing for his actions. Instead, he stated that the political climate had become one of exaggeration and confrontation. Moldova's parliament has approved a 60-day state of emergency in response to an anticipated reduction in Russian gas supplies to the power plant that generates the majority of the country's electricity. This decision highlights the deepening energy crisis in Moldova, rooted in the tensions following Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. The former Soviet republic stopped direct gas imports from Russia after the invasion, but remains reliant on electricity from a gas-fired power plant located in the Kremlin-loyal breakaway region of Transnistria. This power supply is now further threatened after Ukraine announced it will not renew the contract for transporting Russian gas to Europe, which expires at the end of the year. Moldovan Prime Minister Dorin Risian noted that Russia could use alternative transport routes to continue supplying gas to Transnistria, but there appear to be no plans for such measures at this time. Russia is holding the people of Transnistria hostage and using them as a tool to destabilize Moldova and the region, the Prime Minister stated. France's newly appointed Prime Minister, François Bayrou, is facing an immediate challenge as credit rating agency Moody's downgrades the country's credit rating by one notch to AA3, 3 levels below the highest rating. Moody's forecasts a significant weakening of France's public finances in the coming years and sees limited chances for the new government to make substantial progress in reducing deficits. Currently, France's budget deficit stands at approximately 6% of GDP. Moody's had already hinted at a potential downgrade in October. Since then, the economic and political crisis in France has deepened. Former Prime Minister Michel Barnier was ousted in a no-confidence vote after just 3 months in office. The decisive issue was his government's controversial social security budget, which included significant cuts and was pushed through using a crisis exception rule. This budget triggered opposition from both sides of the political spectrum, uniting Marine Le Pen's far-right National Rally and the leftist Unbowed France Party to vote against Barnier. Bayrou now faces the daunting task of swiftly drafting a sustainable budget for 2025 while navigating an increasingly volatile political landscape. Earlier this year, other credit rating agencies, Fitch and S&P, also downgraded France's credit rating. Thank you for joining us on Newsline. Stay informed, stay empowered, and we'll see you next time.